Welcome to this week's edition of Hunting Partners. We're going to the Washakie Wilderness this weekend for a bighorn sheep hunt. We're going to pick up some boys in northeastern Wyoming, and we're going to go over to northwestern Wyoming, go up into the Washakie Wilderness of Wyoming. Wyoming's a really neat state to hunt. There's so much stuff here. Mule deer, antelope, bighorn sheep, mountain goats, elk, white-tailed deer. There's a lot of hunting going on up here. But a bighorn sheep hunt is one of the premier hunts in North America, and it's extremely hard to draw a tag. One of our buddies is drawing a tag, and we're going to go along up into the Washakie Wilderness and see to it that he tries to get him a good shot at a bighorn sheep. Now, going up into a wilderness area is a little different because you're up there with the grizzly bears and the mountain lions and the wolves, and it's a designated wilderness, which means you're either going to go in horseback or afoot. There's no mechanized equipment going in on this hunt. You cannot enter a designated wilderness with mechanized equipment. So you have to be just about as much of a horseman as you are a hunter. It's old school hunting. It's a lot of fun. We're going to go with some boys. The three of us have guided together for years. We're hunting partners, and I hope you enjoy our program this week. This week's featured hunting partners are Joe Gray and Lloyd Jolly, a couple of boys who have been buddies all their lives. Joe works at one of the last sawmills up here in Wyoming, and Lloyd is an equipment operator, a rancher, and an electrician. All three of us guide horseback elk hunts for Paint Rock Adventures. Lloyd, you want to tell everybody a little bit about how you and Joe know each other?
Oh, we grew up together. Joe and I grew up together. Went to school together, high school, played football together, hung out together all the time, hunted together.
He is older than me, though.
Yeah, by a couple months. But anyways, I started working for Paint Rock Adventures. Oh, I don't know how many years ago, a long time ago. And then Joe started working for him and took it way more serious than I did. And he works for Todd full time, and Todd's a super guy, and it's a super place to go and elk hunt. And I go now, but I take my son, and a couple more years I'll be taking two sons up there, and that's pretty awesome. Be able to share this with your family.
And Joe, you want to tell everybody a little bit about hunting in the wilderness?
Yeah, I started at Paint Rock, and I really liked it because I've never been around the horses or never been around, packing up here in places like this. I always hunted whitetail over at the Black Hills, which is really fun. I mean, I'm a timber hunter. I like timber because Dad and I used to go up there and just hunt all the time up I don't know. It was just real fun. But coming up here and packing up with all these mules and all the horses, and I never was around any of them. So I think that's what brought me into the whole elk hunting part of it. And even Herman's taught me how to tie a bunch of diamonds and double diamonds and whatever he called that last one. And
It's a whatnot.
a whatnot. But yeah, it's just like it's a whole different world up here than what you're used to down in civilization.